Say back to back sanctuary. Down surrounded.
Hey guys, Venixk here, playing Deadly Premonition 2. Now, I never played the first one, I have seen other people play it. And if you've never seen anyone play that game, you should, because that game is an experience. Let's put it that way. Calling it good? No. Calling it bad? No. But it's an experience. I'm hoping this game is just as much so. Oh my god. So Deadly Premonition 2, a blessing in disguise, because, let's be honest, no one was expecting this game. Deadly Premonition 1 came out in 2010. 10 years later, we get this. Is this a loading screen, or is this a cutscene? Loading screen, okay. December 3rd. Oh, great! Onto a great start. Covering up the subtitles with text on the screen. Got it. Come on. Come on. There's no music playing. Okay. Just play something. Some weird orchestral thing, maybe? No? Okay, cool. I'm interesting. That lady's all cut up and frozen in a block of ice. That's not weird. Chainsaw, really? Why don't they just melt us? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to just, like, you know, heat it up and melt? 88 hours later, why? Thompsonville, a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
I'm holding down.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down.
It doesn't matter which direction I
You have
go.
any idea?
I'm holding back.
I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens,
Why?
a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other.
Who are you people?
What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No.
You guys aren't France and
Richard
York,
Bureau
Morgan.
Chief merely issued a special order.
Oh. Yeah.
Also,
Could I forget?
why are you giving me the illusion of control if I can only go one direction?
You want pizza? I'll buy you some pizza.
I probably should have listened to them talk everything. If I was getting mad.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
Who are you people?
And no red, remember?
Right. So I'm assuming it is Francis York Morgan. Well, Francis Zach Morgan. Spoiler for the first game 10 years ago.
It's open. Come on in.
Yep. He has this thing about red, almost though the entire last game had to do with red. Seriously, watch that game. It is an experience. Or get it. It's also on the Switch. Like $20, I think? Maybe 30? For the remastered edition? Anyways, Francis Zach Morgan. Is an old man? Okay. I'm so confused. I'm already confused. I love it! God! Is that just marijuana? He's just flat up lighting up a joint. Supra.
You have questions for us.
Ooh, good sign.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Francis Zach Morgan. Ha ha! Oh god. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. This game's off to a great start. The music finally kicks in. Still can't control my character! I really hope this isn't an on-the-rails game. That would suck. Wow, his room is clean compared to mine. That's rude. I was eating that.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights.
What's the camera for?
Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Well, you're already filming, so... Elia Davis! Oh, yo, yo! Is that yes or no?
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Okay, good start.
Mr. Morgan?
Good start.
I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is
Simon Jones, an analyst from the Boston branch.
Analyst.
He's been monitoring us for years now.
Who?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, what's up?
seriously.
No subtitle. Okay.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break.
Oh, that's rude.
Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game.
Okay, check off Stealth French
Isn't that
Rental
right, my fairy?
off your bingo card.
How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us?
About 10.
No, but don't ask me about my fairy.
Okay.
That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
About what?
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Oh, don't do this to me. I'm terrible at reading expressions. What? Okay. Oh boy, this is not what I was expecting.
Letters of appreciation from the governor and the Department of Justice.
Which governor of where? We have a lot of governors.
They're caked in dust as if he doesn't even care about them.
Have you seen the rest of the room? Like the peeling paint on the wall? No shit, he doesn't care about anything.
This smell.
It's the wacky weed.
It doesn't surprise me at
It's
this
wacky.
point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable.
I mean, I think the point where he started talking about the fairy floating in front of him already makes his testimony completely unreliable.
I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this.
Sure.
I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit.
Uh-huh. And this?
Francis Zach Morgan. He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me.
Yeah, he solved all sorts of crime. Like that one where a evil demon from the 50s was planting seeds into people's body to grow trees that granted immortality. What?
Perhaps he was a little too talented.
Just say it. Oh god. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but
So,
would you
bro.
please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... Yes.
The marijuana.
You don't need to worry about us.
The shits he doesn't give. So now, it should be noted that in the remake of Deadly Premonition 1, that old man Zack here was being shown living in a home with his family. Like, the entire first game was him telling his story to his granddaughter. So don't know if this happens before that flashback or after, or why he's here.
Don't get in our way and we won't get in yours.
That's not applicable to the conversation.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that.
You should know that, being an FBI agent man.
Our data needs to be consistent.
And preferably not
Now
drugged up.
please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
Are they not allowed to say marijuana? It's like, is that... Okay, whatever. What?
What
Who are you guys?
if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself,
Oh snap, she told you!
using force.
While on camera.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house.
Okay, hang on. Okay, never mind, that makes sense. I was looking at all the milk cartons in the background. I thought the tape was weirdly textured, but no, it makes sense now. Not that it makes sense why there's like a dozen and a half milk cartons taped together in a square that's empty in the middle. That's different. That's a different issue.
Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
Good. Okay, so they at least know that. And thank you for at least admitting it's cannabis / marijuana now.
And I mean, come on.
Come on.
It's medicinal.
Yeah, I got out my card, bruh.
Exactly.
What? Did the screen just flicker? Is that supposed to happen? You never know in this game. Tutorial, Visions. You can use Visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Hold L. Using Vision will deplete your concentration. Okay.
Hey, Belle.
I'm not sure what that was supposed to do. That was a
Why
terrible
are you
tutorial.
dressed so handsomely?
That's very sexist, man. What, do you want her to wear a dress or something?
What are you
Sexist
talking
prick.
about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck.
A tie.
That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self.
Okay, that's whatever. It's also standard issue.
And the
And
decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
or it's more comfortable to wear. To be fair, I don't know the difference between a male and female tie, or if there even is one.
Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche.
Yeah, Zack likes to bullshit things.
We admire your bravery.
He's,
I thought you retired from profiling.
he likes to bluff. Oh god, profiling. The worst mechanic
Bullseye, huh?
in the first game.
You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears.
What?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
What?
For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people.
Mm-hmm.
Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay.
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough.
Is it though?
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Fuck you, bitch.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
It sort of is.
So, Belle, does
Uh-huh.
that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
What's that supposed to mean? Are you threatening me, Mr. Francis Zach Morgan?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him.
You didn't try to.
I'll just have to assault him head on with questions.
Please don't use that term.
First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Okay. Well, let's look at the chessboard first.
An ornate antique chessboard. Looks like he
Okay.
stopped halfway through the game. But who was playing with him?
You can play against yourself. Let's
These
look.
files are from the case that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005.
Okay, so at the end of the remake, the first remake, not necessarily this remake, Zach has a memory where he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that case that happened in New Orleans." ... And this is what that is. Okay,
The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan.
Francis Zach
And
Morgan.
now he's sitting right in front of me.
Okay, cool.
Stage 4 progressive malignant tumor.
Ew, he has cancer.
How do humans behave when they know death is just around the corner?
Like this, I guess?
And what if that human is also a high-functioning sociopath?
I'm a high-functioning sociopath! Bang. Sorry, that's a Sherlock reference. I love that show. That was a great show.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the following.
Magic!
By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case.
That sounds like him. Also, by coincidence is already wrong, because in the flashback from the first game, he mentions how he read it in a paper and is like, "Oh, maybe we should go check that out."
After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Well, thanks for spoiling the whole game.
We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carre immediately after that, didn't you?
Yes, by coincidence.
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
That's creepy, dude!
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know.
Dude, that was a while ago. This takes place in 2000 and X?
If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Yeah, about that.
Closed. You sure about that?
Bum bum bum.
Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Like...
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
Like you're one to talk!
They found Lise Clarkson's body.
Okay.
It was
Who?
hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
Okay.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim.
Oh, what?
Do you know what this means? That's why we're here.
Okay.
The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson.
Okay. Okay.
This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it? The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse. This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
Is it, though? Okay, I can't really do anything. Can't make any choices, so...
We're pleased that her body turned up.
Cough, cough.
Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced.
What's the
Aren't
point?
you curious about the details?
Nah, really.
Body or not, we already solved that case.
Okay.
Lisa's body can't change anything now.
Maybe.
And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in.
You mean the fact that it's frozen in a block of ice? Yeah.
She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
That's not how that works, but sure.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Okay, so this game takes place in 2009. Then. Wait, what? Yeah, because they said 14 years ago and it happened in 2005, so this game takes place in 2019, sorry. How the hell? Whatever. I'm not sure how Zach is... The timeline's confusing me, okay? Lots of things that don't make sense. Like, does he have the grandkid already? Was any of that actually real? Who knows?
Well,
I'm assuming the cause of death is dismemberment,
good for you.
by the way.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks.
Okay.
At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all.
Why is that... whatever.
She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
What does that mean?
This keeps getting better and better.
It does! It really does!
Better and better?
Yeah, man, just like a video game!
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Yeah, am I the fairy? Is that... whatever.
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
Goddess?
Sounds just like our story. Yes.
Yes, just like Anna. Got it.
That went okay.
Did
Now I'm
it?
sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Okay, lady.
An ornate antique. Looks like he stopped. That chessboard looks rather old.
Uh-huh.
And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
That's... I guess if it's actual ivory, that makes sense.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s.
Oh.
We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
Fuck you, dude.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
That's weird.
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
Maybe for plebs like you.
He's probably just replicating famous games.
Don't give him an out. You're a terrible interrogator.
Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
Shut up.
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones.
Burn! Shut down!
He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems.
How do you know that?
There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
Fair enough.
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history.
Okay, I assume you had a warrant for that.
He was simply playing chess, all alone.
So... what's wrong with that, Belle?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't understand it.
Okay.
How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
Again, it's not difficult. I do that sometimes. Like, I do that when I play Magic and shit.
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data.
Nah. You're on public Wi-Fi. That thing where it says FBI, yeah, was actually us.
Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Uh-huh. Just like a cop.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Okay.
The person who originally admitted this report was his superior, Robert Abrahams,
Who?
current chief of the Boston branch.
Okay.
According to Chief Abrahams, Morgan's got his own modus operandi. It's not something that others should interfere with.
That's not how federal agents should work.
Well, Chief, look what that's gotten us into now.
Oh, I don't know, you haven't told us why we're here yet.
The person who originally admitted...
Oopsie, just did that one.
Morgan... Well, Chief, look at that...
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson.
I assume that was the mom or the sister?
You look surprised. I thought you already knew.
Music stopped, okay.
After all, you visited Louisiana last week.
Ooh.
We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana.
Huh.
Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
Yeah.
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time.
Okay.
That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Oh.
Are you positive about that?
I mean, your coworker just confirmed it, so yes.
I took the liberty of checking some airline records.
Good for you.
Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston.
Okay, maybe you should look for him then.
This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
Is it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré.
Okay.
He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Okay.
Our world is filled with mysteries.
Yeah.
And they always have the most bizarre timing.
Incidentally,
Okay.
on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton.
Wow. What are the chances?
Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere.
An '89 Cadillac? In 2019?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
It's decidedly less common to find cars 30 years after they were made. Just throwing that out there, Mr. Francis Zach Morgan.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes. And?
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation.
Okay.
But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Okay.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Okay.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
I guess. But I feel like they would have some testimony about, hey, has there been a frozen dead body here since you've started working here in the past 14 years? I'm sure someone would have noticed. Or noticed that there was a door they were never allowed into, or something like that.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy?
Maybe.
That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
What? Vault?
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005.
Oh man, what a coincidence.
Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
The large man, yes?
That was such an awkward silence. The big fat evil?
No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Oh yeah, like... What do you mean another? Where's the first one?
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence? No. There are no coincidences with this man.
Shouldn't this table have less dust on it because you just moved a bunch of items off it and thereby disturbing all the dust?
DVDs are all over the place. I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one person.
Yeah, man, seriously. We're in 2019. Strange
And I've
shit.
never heard of any of these titles before.
Really? You've never heard of any of them? That's impressive. Let's look at it.
Mr. Morgan, I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean.
Is that a crime?
Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries.
What?
They've existed from the start.
What?
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places.
What?
Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Yo, man, can't I take a hit of that?
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey,
Okay.
Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
Okay. What? What?
That's a sanctuary.
What is?
Ever touch it again.
What was he touching? He was in his bag.
Been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sure
You're
it is.
earning far more than you deserve then.
Are you saying he should have broken into your house?
What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy?
I think chess problems, because he's a
4.5
chestnut.
years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
God damn it.
Agent Jones.
Man, I just realized you have a big-ass apartment. But you're only using, like, a third of it.
Oh, right.
He's completely taking control of the conversation.
Yeah, good job.
At this rate, we'll never get anywhere.
Game
I
over.
need to press him some more.
What? Why?
Agent Jones. The briefcase isn't even that big. How long does he intend to keep that up? Does he have pizza menus stuffed inside there or something?
You don't... Why give me the option if there's nothing else to do other than click?
Agent Jones?
Sup, brah?
Did you find the files?
Yeah, let me just clip through this bag real quick. Greenvale.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Whoops!
Whoa! Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Okay, now calm
Let
down.
him go!
Let
Assaulting
him
an FBI agent
go!
is an obstruction
We
of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Say back. Get back. Sanctuary.
Dude, social distancing, man.
Surrounded.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Ah! Ah!
Red! Shit! Blood, right. Good thing he never looks in a mirror. His eyes would make him go crazy.
Mr. Morgan? My
Ah,
finger
shit.
with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I
Whoops.
be so stupid?
Because you're incompetent.
Everything should be fine now.
Now she just wears a glove,
I'm
okay.
sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear.
Did you read the report of the first game?
Accept my deepest apologies.
Where there was weird army evil gas and red seeds?
I'm sorry too, Morgan.
And, like, his parents being killed, and there was something with a pot lady, and a gravekeeper that looked like a
I don't
mime.
know what I was thinking.
Dude, it was weird.
I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
Also, you tripped on an empty beer can. They sort of just crush underneath your foot.
And no more red either.
Don't say it! Pretty sure your bag's red. I'm pretty sure the couch is red, too.
Don't ever touch one again.
Okay.
I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away. Sanctuaries. Don't touch. Stay away.
Okay.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
No.
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again. I'll keep them away from us.
Okay.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red.
Again, did you read his report?
And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
No shit! Oh, now I can look over here. Heavy-duty shredder.
Soon after Agent Jones started monitoring him, he was ordered to go through Morgan's trash. But he didn't find anything. Morgan used this machine to cut up everything, from his mail to his supermarket receipts. Then he even went as far as taking out his trash in parts.
Ah, right. Because that way they can't just put together all the pieces of paper because they're all in separate bags. It makes it harder.
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Sanctuary for Esmeralda.
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries.
Thanks. That's helpful. And potatoes are potatoes. What's your point?
Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
Sanctuary, it's a level 1 cleric spell, okay? You cast as a bonus action, and forces people attacking to make a wisdom saving throw.
Why do you wish to know?
Come on, give the times, girl.
Just curious.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you agree, my fairy? What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation?
Well, we won't know until you tell us.
If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
Go for it.
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Oh, snap.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
We just want to know the rules here, man.
What are you getting at?
I just want to understand the rules.
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
Oh, snap. Awkward silence. No answer? They both just look at him and don't say anything. Okay. Okay.
This is a very large shredder.
Uh-huh.
Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
Well, I mean, he's
Good question.
literally been under surveillance for 4.5 years. So sorry if that's fostered a feeling of paranoia.
But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
True that.
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
Some curious civil servant sifting through his trash. Think he said that.
It's just a simple habit from back when we were still on duty.
Shred all the evidence. Great.
Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
Okay, let's do the Greenvale case.
Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
Dude, it was weird.
We don't want to remember that town.
It was a fucked up place, man.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this.
I swear, it was like out of some 90s sitcom or something.
I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student.
Okay.
A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered, and the FBI stepped in to take over the case.
Anagram, yep.
I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat.
Yep, a red seed.
Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years.
Yeah. Sort of fucked him up a bit. His hair changed colors, in fact.
And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
Read the file.
Private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized?
Yes! He fought a giant monster the size of a clock tower.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense.
Okay.
Perhaps
Boom, boom, boom. Music drop.
You simply finished making preparations.
What?
What are you getting at?
Are you accusing Mr. Francis Zach Mulligan of murder?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case.
Yeah.
Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Yeah. Well, it's almost as though the same FBI agent investigated both of them for similar reasons.
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push.
Okay.
One more thing that can summon up the past.
There's a clock in the trash. There's a honeycomb in a jar. There's a picture of a leaf. What's that?
A picture of a leaf. This isn't just a picture of any leaf. It's the most important leaf.
Oh. Is that that evil vagina
The
tree?
belief in truth begins with the doubt of all truths in which one has previously believed. It's time to get down to business. Looks like another old antique. He collects milk cartons but treats valuable antiques like trash. What's going on in his head?
You're the profiler.
A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it.
Okay.
There's nothing strange about it, but
Really?
it still gives me a weird feeling.
Nothing strange about this?
That's royal jelly.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? You
Sure.
wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state.
Okay.
The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions.
That's right. Honey is just bee poop.
It's a perfect food, filled with power, meant to fuel the birth of the next queen. By
Okay.
absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power.
To be a queen bee?
Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
Yeah.
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico.
Or in elementary school, apparently.
Male bees are only born to inseminate, and they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot. They have short lives and don't even get stingers. Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree?
No. What's that supposed to mean? What?
Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children.
Okay.
But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so.
What?
If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe.
I mean, from an evolutionary standpoint, maybe. Maybe not as a societal
Careful,
thing.
Huh? Of what?
Sorry, I spaced out. What were you saying?
Your bell's already stolen the reins from you.
The clock.
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
So you can recognize an antique clock, but you don't know bee ecology?
That's right.
You're weird.
John Harrison's fifth chronometer. Completed in 1770. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude.
That's a
In
thing?
order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
Board of longitude? Really?
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
Shut up, Simon.
I disagree.
Okay.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen.
Time is an illusion. Like, it's July right now. And honestly, February feels like 3 years ago.
Yet nowadays people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy.
Well, we can't talk about distance either if it's not measured in numbers. Or most things, like quantity. What?
I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
They crossed the seas with stars alone and also had an incredibly high mortality rate.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
Or we don't want as many people to die.
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
And the willingness... Shut up! Shut up!
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure?
I bet she doesn't wear a mask.
Come on, Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Thank you, Zach.
Hey, hold on a second here.
What's up?
Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that? I mean, I've heard of it before.
I haven't.
I'm an FBI analyst, remember?
What does that have to do with it?
I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it
What?
is, really. I'm telling the truth.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Back you up on what? Okay.
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
Please look at this picture that will need to be censored.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
Well, too bad.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale.
Oh.
Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
It's a tree!
This photograph predates Greenvale.
Okay.
It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Wait, Greenvale took place after 2005? What?
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes. A red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The
Okay.
Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case.
So, is this game going to be a prequel?
They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Yeah, Evil Farkett. Like, the entire reason he went to Greenvale was because of the Red Sea. Because the original Japanese name for the game, I believe, was Red Sea Profile.
Red trees. Both places. Growing. Roots. Seeds.
Answer me.
Answer me.
What are these trees?
Okay, so, there was this military experiment back in the 50s.
Red trees. Figured it out. Yes. Smarter than we thought.
Evil gas. Fat evil.
Red trees.
I want the truth.
Read the damn file!
Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework.
It wasn't that hard.
Well done, Belle. You're good.
Is she?
Damn good.
Think you might be high, bruh.
Are you ready to talk now?
No.
I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you.
Ah, there's some music that I was expecting from this game.
We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes. It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life.
That one did? Not the one from when you were 8?
It was was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south,
Why does the lighting keep changing?
like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers.
I've never heard sunlight described that way.
It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then.
Right. Okay.
The other me. My better half.
So in the first game, he was called Francis York Morgan, and Zack was his imaginary friend, but it turns out he was actually Francis Zack Morgan, and York was the alternate personality he made up to cope with the fact that his father did a murder-suicide with his parents. Spoiler for the first game. Game designed by Swery! Okay. What? What is happening? I don't... What is this? Why are you showing the credits at the beginning of the game? This isn't a Bond... Why? What is with this Bond movie opening? Like, this feels like James Bond's movie, right? Opening... Why are you playing the credits? Why? I mean, I get the imagery. Most of it's supposed to be New Orleans type of stuff. I said that weird. New Orleans. New Orleans. Whoa, okay. Suddenly a death metal rock or whatever. Not really. Oh boy. Seizure warning, I guess. Oh, what was that? Oh god. I saw Fat Evil in there. You already said directed by Swery!